Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. And in this video, I want to talk about returning exotics. In case you guys missed it, yesterday Bungie announced 15 exotics that they'd be adding to the Year 2 roster in the upcoming December update. They did this over on Instagram with a series of pictures like the ones you're seeing here. Now, it is worth noting they didn't show all of the exotics they'd be adding in the December update. After all, there are still a load more brand new ones, the Taken King items we have yet to see, like the Thagamizers for the Titans or the Transversive Steps for the Warlocks, but they did give us a glimpse at some of them. So in this video, I'm going to go over all of the exotics that they announced yesterday, and then I'll jump over to the Bungie Armory afterwards just to chat about the outstanding ones. If you guys do enjoy this video, then it'd be awesome if you could leave a like and comment down below letting me know which of these 15 exotics you're most hyped about returning. So to begin with, they started things off by showing this image. I know the Meter Multi-Tool was a favourite for a lot of people out there. It is a really good scout rifle that quite a lot of people used in PvP, and it's one of those items that a lot of people have been asking to return. It's worth noting that when these items do return in Year 2, they often have some alterations to their perks, but right now the Bungie Armory is still only showing the Year 1 version of this one, so I'll comment on any changes to this one as and when I know more. Next up, it was the Titans' turn, and they announced the return of the Armamentarium, which is definitely going to be a popular choice for you Titans out there. I'm sure you all know by now, but if you don't, this item lets you carry 2 grenades, which is mighty handy in the Crucible. After that, we then got a Year 2 Dragon's Breath, and I've got to say I wasn't overly excited about this one, but at the same time, I think one of the main reasons it wasn't considered a great rocket launcher in Year 1 was because it was simply overshadowed by Yellowhorn. So perhaps, given the chance, it might actually become a favourite for some people, especially if you're a Titan and you pair it with Tychonauts. After that, they then announced Plan C, which is an arc damage fusion rifle, and admittedly fusion rifles right now aren't overly popular, however for something like Nightfalls it could still be handy to have around. Next up for Warlocks, a House of Wolves exotics, the Nothing Manacles, which enabled tracking for your scatter grenades and gave you an extra charge for your grenade. Again, pretty popular in the Crucible. Moving on from there, they then announced Super Good Advice, which was an exotic bounty heavy machine gun from Year 1, again generally overshadowed by something like Thunderlord, but given another chance it could shape up to be pretty nice in Year 2. Then one of the brand new Taken King items, this time for Hunters, the ATS-8 Tarantella. And while I do know that one person does currently have this in game, their acquiring it was most definitely unintentional. Either way, this will officially be coming out next month. Its primary perk is that you take less damage from arc attacks from minions of the darkness, and your arc grenades and arc blade charge faster. Again, I'm not especially excited about this one if I'm honest, because the last ATS-8 item we got was also equally rubbish. Of course I will test this one out once I get it to see if the charge times actually make it worth it, but either way, that's coming next month too. Next up for Titans, Peregrine Greaves are back, or at least they will be next month. And while you know I am primarily a hunter, I do have a Titan solely for this exotic. Shoulder charging is just too much fun. The question is, can they one-hit a Sunbreaker? After that, another one for the Warlocks, you get the Apotheosis Veil. Then, moving on from there, a rather unlikely candidate, but one that actually seems pretty popular on Twitter after the announcement, No Land Beyond. I get the feeling that people just want to mess around with this in the Crucible again, but either way, it was almost a given we were going to see this in Year 2, simply to give people a chance to try it out again. Moving on for Hunters, you have the Radiant Dance Machines. Definitely not the legs I was after, but the ability to move faster while aiming down sights was nice, so again, this is definitely another Crucible item. After that, we got confirmation that one of the best Hunter exotics is also coming back, the Acleophage Symbiote. This, for anyone that doesn't know, gives you an extra shot in your Golden Gun, so instead of 3, you have 4. So I imagine next month we're going to see an influx of Golden Gun users, especially in things like Trials and Iron Banner. After that, for the Titans, a brand new Taken King item. Again, there's actually one of these in the wild acquired unintentionally, but the Twilight Garrison allows you to evade whilst in the air. Following on from there, the Hardlight Auto Rifle was confirmed for Year 2. This is definitely a weapon that got minimal attention in Year 1, but then in all fairness, auto rifles were pretty pants in Year 1, so perhaps, given the new weapon balances, this could actually be viable. And then finally, this is the last one they announced last night. I was asking for it all evening. Every single time a picture came up, I was tweeting out, I was like, where are the bones? Where are the bones? And of course they are now here. This is something I've been asking for since day one of the Taken King, but Bones of AO are now returning to the Hunters. For those of you guys that don't know what the hype is all about, the advertised perk for this one adds a 3rd jump to your double jump, but when used with triple jump, it actually gives you quadruple jumps. So 4 jumps means you can get to some pretty insane heights. So for the Night Stalkers out there, this is our time. And that, my friends, was it. Now remember, as I said before, this was just a selection shown on Instagram. There are still new items we have yet to see, and also some old returning items on top. If you actually go over and check out the Bungie Armory, which I'll link down below, you can see a lot of items have been updated with 310 attack and defense, and also the Taken King icon marking their return. Some of them I imagine Bungie will leave as a surprise, some of them we may hear about in the coming weeks, but either way, all of these should be coming in the December update next month. There's no exact date just yet, but once I do know, you will too. It's also worth noting, if you own any of the Year 1 items, Then of course, when the update comes in December, you'll be able to buy them straight from the kiosk. But everything else will simply be added to any of the exotic sources, things like nightfalls, engrams, chests, packages, etc. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if there are any exotics you especially want to return that they have yet to announce. And thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.